A very good evening, students. Welcome back to Sri Ramanuja Vidya Mandir. We are back with our grammar session, and today I continue the corrections or the error corrections in the sentences. Fine, we had a lot of error corrections in the previous class, and today we have sentence corrections finding errors in the use of shall and will. Previously, I wasn't generally showing you in our daily usage of speaking. Generally, I didn't go specifically with a particular topic. I said generally when we are talking what common mistakes we make, and I was trying to explain you about it. But today I've particularly taken shall, will. This is a very confusing. This both are future tense. Shall, will are future tense. We use them in future tense. But we quite get confused of way to use shall and way to use will. So first I would like to just give you a basic rule of way to use shall and way to use will. Right? Now when we are getting along with the first person, students, when we are using in future tense, and when we are making something as a compulsion, so we'll see where we are using shall and where we are using will. Whenever we are going with the first person, can be first person singular or plural personal pronouns. In your personal pronouns, when we are going with the first person both singular and plural, okay, second person singular and plural, third person singular and plural. Now before I could confuse you, let me also write what these first persons and second persons are. First person singular is I, second person singular, first person plural is we. Second person singular and plural is you. Third person singular is he or she or it, and plural is they. So when we are using with this, how we are going to use the personal pronouns, we are going to see today. Now, when I am using in a future tense, I should say I shall come tomorrow. I shall come tomorrow is a future tense, but when I say I will come tomorrow, it will become a compulsion. Followed, students? Same way, we shall come tomorrow, we will come tomorrow. This is compulsory, and that is, this becomes compulsory, and that is future tense. Now second person, for both singular and plural we use you. Now in the first person, remember future word is shall. Okay, we'll have that afterwards. Second person, you will. This is future tense. You will come tomorrow. You shall come tomorrow is compulsory. No choice. Okay. Now same thing is applicable for the third person also. He or she or it or they. Anything. For anything, he will come tomorrow, she will come tomorrow, it will come tomorrow, they will come tomorrow. This is future tense. Whereas shall come tomorrow, he or she or it or they. When you're using shall, that is going to become compulsory. Have you followed? So what the rule tells you, students, here is I shall. For I shall you have to use. For second person and third person, will you have to use. That is going to be future tense. But quite opposite. Shall is going to become will. Will is going to become shall. In compulsory. So first person, when you say I will take a leave tomorrow, that means you're not asking a permission. You decided and you said compulsory, I'm taking a leave tomorrow. That's wrong. Grammatical error. I shall take a leave tomorrow. So I will becomes compulsory if you use. In the same way, you shall, he shall. For second person and third person, when we use shall, that's going to become compulsory. So now you have understood the rule, students. So we'll go for the errors now. Incorrect, correct. I'm sorry, I will not be able to reach there in time. I'm sorry, I will not be able to reach there in time. So this is wrong because you're using will. Will is compulsory. I will not be able, you're not supposed to say because it's a future tense. So what are you supposed to say? I'm sorry, I shall not be able to reach there in time. Means whatever is going to happen in future, whatever you're expecting to be happening in future, you're saying, and so you are not supposed to use will, you're supposed to use shall. That's correct. The next one, you shall know the result tomorrow. Means whatever the result you're waiting for, that is going to come tomorrow. So you are trying to tell something which is going to happen in future. So something which is going to happen in future, for second person, what is the word you have to use? Will, not shall. You have to use will. If you use shall, it's going to be incorrect. You are supposed to use will. So you will know the result tomorrow. That is going to be the correct answer. Did you follow me, students? So not to use shall, you have to use, because this is also future tense. So first of all, let us notice like what actually this is. This is telling about future tense. It's trying to tell you something about the future. So you're not supposed to use will, you are supposed to use shall. In the same way, for the second person, what is going to come? First person shall is going to come, second person will come. When it is future, I've already showed you. Okay, so you can see I've explained you here. For the first person, shall is coming, and for the second person, will is coming, for second and third person. So according to that, for the first person, shall has to come, for second person, will has to come when it is future tense. I will forgive him if he will tell me the truth. I will forgive him if he will tell me the truth. Now first point what you have to understand is there are two clauses. I will forgive him, he will tell me the truth. There are two clauses here. Have you seen? You have two clauses here. So whenever there is two clauses, you are not going to use two times future. That's the biggest grammatical error I have taught you in the tenses. You're not supposed to use twice the same future tense. So that's one point. And the second one is will come or shall will come. When you're going for your correction of sentences, you have to see this. I is first person. So first person, if it is a future tense, it should be shall. And if it is compulsory, it should be will. Now this is future tense, it's not compulsory. I shall forgive him. So first point what you have understood is this is future tense. First you have to identify that. So future tense, first person, will not come, shall will come. So that you have understood. Now I will forgive him, I shall forgive him if he will tell. Why two times will? If he tells. Did you see? So the two mistakes what over here you have found is first person will follow with shall when it is future tense. It will be following by will when it is compulsory. So because this is future tense, you are not supposed to use will, you are supposed to use shall. And second time again you are not supposed to use future tense. Instead you have to use present simple. That's the rule. You just check your tenses in your grammar, you will understand. So the correct thing is I shall forgive him if he tells me the truth. Next one. If you do not work hard, you will fail. If you do not work hard, you will fail. We had by mistake we are okay, anyway, leave it off. Fine. So if you do not work hard, can you see, if you do not work hard, you will fail. So this is compulsory. If you don't work hard, compulsory, you will fail. So he is saying if you do not work hard, you will fail. So what is actually the rule what we have learnt over here? What is the rule we have learnt? For second person, if it is a future tense, will come. If it is a compulsory, shall will come. So you have for your compulsory, when it is a compulsory, it should be shall, not will. So will is wrong. If you do not work hard, you shall fail. You're going to fail. So that is the future tense. Sorry, that is compulsory. It's not a future tense. Next one. I will be drowned and nobody shall save me. I will be drowned. Means if nobody will come and save me, compulsory I will drown. I know I will drown. So this is not future tense, it's compulsory. And as per rule, for compulsories, you are not supposed to use, not supposed to use shall. You're supposed to use will. First person, will is supposed to come. So see, so I will be drowned is wrong. Okay, sorry, it's not compulsory. I shall be drowned and nobody shall save me. So she is not saying compulsory, she is talking about what is going to happen to her in future. Fine students, have a look into this. She is only telling of what is going to happen to her in future. She said, I will be drowned. So this denotes its future tense. I will be drowned and nobody shall save me. So I shall be drowned and nobody shall save me. Because it's a future tense, it's going to be shall. Next. If you do not change your habit, you will be dismissed from service. This is compulsory. Have you seen? If you do not change your attitude, means I'm giving a caution. I'm scolding somebody. I'm trying to caution him. I'm trying to tell him like what the mistake he's doing. So I said, if you do not change your habits, you will be dismissed from service. So when it is a compulsory, you is a second person, and for you, compulsory should be shall, not will. You shall be dismissed. You shall be dismissed. That means compulsory you will be dismissed. If you are not going to work hard, if you are not going to change your habits, definitely compulsory you will be dismissed. So there you are not supposed to use will for second person. Compulsory shall is used. Next one. Unless you speak the truth, I shall not pardon you. Unless you speak the truth, I shall not. How it is going to be? I shall not. I will not. Unless you speak the truth. If you are not speaking the truth, compulsory, definitely, I will not pardon you. So, when you have this, something which is compulsory, then instead of I shall, you have to use I will. So, unless you speak the truth, I shall is used for future. And here we are talking about compulsory. So, will be used. I will not pardon you. I suppose you understand, students. Don't get confused. Simple logic. What I am trying to tell you is, I have shown you, for future, first person shall will come. And for second and third person future, will come. For compulsory, first person will come. And for compulsory, second and third person shall will come. That's all. That's all you have to remember. Okay. So, don't get confused. Only you have to observe the sentence and you have to understand if it is a future tense or if it is a compulsory. If it is compulsory, opposite thing will come. Instead of shall, will come, or instead of will, shall will come. If it is a future, for first person shall will come, second and third person will come. That is what you have to remember. So, first person shall will be used for future tense. But here, because it's compulsory, will is used. Next one. We will see the Taj during the coming holidays. We is first person. Coming days means you're having a planning. And maybe you will see or maybe you will not see. You're just making a planning. So why will over there? Will become compulsory. So what you're going to use? Shall. Instead of will, you're supposed to use shall. We shall see the Taj during the coming days. We are planning. We are planning to see Taj. That's the meaning over here. What's the meaning? We are planning. But you are not saying compulsory we will see. Do or die at any cost we will see. No, then it is going to be compulsory. But here you are only planning. So planning is going to be denoted as future. It's only going to tell us something about the future. What is going to happen in the future. Next one. I will be thankful to you for your kindness. I will be thankful to you for your kindness. Means somebody has done a service to you, and then it's your gratitude. It is not a hook mark that you have to be thankful to them, but it is your mannerism, your gratitude, what you want to show. So you say, I shall be thankful to you. Why will you say, I will be thankful to you? Will be thankful means it's going to be compulsory. No, you don't need to be compulsed. You like, you will say, or you don't like, you don't say. Somebody will be doing good favor to you, but maybe you don't like them, and you may not say thanks to them. So thanksgiving is only a favor. It's a gratitude, and it is moreover your attitude to be thanking somebody. So here the word will is not going to work because it's future. And for future first person, shall is used. Did you get me? So instead of saying I will be thankful to you for your kindness, I shall be thankful. Have a habit. Most of us, we don't have the habit of using shall with first person. I shall, we shall. Compulsory, you have to make a habit of using I shall, we shall for future tense, or else it is going to become compulsory. It's going to be compulsory, and that's not very good. Next. Tomorrow will be a function, said Ramesh to me. Tomorrow will be a function. Now you have decided there will be a function. You have decided. So decided means compulsory, na? Decided matlab compulsory. You have decided that there will be a meeting. So when you will have this kind of things, remember you are not supposed, because tomorrow is a third person. What is tomorrow? Third person. It's represented as third person. Wait, students. Now I've told you persons doesn't require humans. Please don't think persons means humans. No. Men or women. No. Person means first person, a speaker, second person is a listener, and third person is what we are talking about. Have you understood, students? So first person means, please don't misunderstand first person to be person because I wrote person, it's a man or a woman. No, it's not that. First person is the speaker. What is the meaning of first person? First person means the speaker. Second person. What is the meaning of second person? Listener. Whoever is listening to you, when you are speaking, you need somebody to listen to you. Now, speaker sometimes can be a radio, and you are listening to the radio. So, the radio is speaking and you are listening. So the first person is the radio and the second person. The first person is the radio and the second person is you. You are listening. Or sometimes it can be the first person is you. I mean, I'm talking. I'm talking to whom? Probably to my dog. So here the first person is I and the second person is the dog. So please don't misunderstand, students, that person means mandatory to be this thing, what do you call, human being. No. Now coming up to the third person. About what we speak. What is spoken about? Now somebody is speaking, somebody is listening. What? Some topic you require na to speak. So that is going to be the third person. We may speak about him, we may be speaking about her, or we are speaking about tomorrow, or we are speaking about a function. Anything, any event, any topic can be the third person. So you should see when I said tomorrow will be a function. said Ramesh to me. Tomorrow will be a function, said Ramesh. Ramesh is third person. Ramesh is third person. Ramesh told me. So Ramesh is talking. Tomorrow will. So compulsory. You already have decided that there will be a function and it is compulsory. So for compulsory third person, what you have to use? Shall. Future tense, you have to use will. For compulsory, you have to use shall. So you are going to not say will, but you will say shall. Did you understand? You are not supposed to say will, but you're supposed to say shall. Tomorrow shall be a function, said Ramesh to me. Next one. Shall he appear in the examination this year? Now you are asking something for the future. Last time he did not attend the exam. At least now he is going to attend the exam. You are trying to understand what is going to happen in the future. So when it is future, second person, what is going to come? Will. Second and third person, what is going to come? Will. So he is third person. So when it is third person, why should you use shall? For future you are not supposed to use na. You are supposed to use only will. So the sentence, shall he appear in the examination this year, is wrong. Will he appear in the examination this year? That's correct. Did you understand? Because for second person, future is will. Compulsory is shall. So if you are going to say shall he appear, then that is going to become compulsory. The meaning will change. And we are talking about only the future. So we have to use only will. As soon as the chief guest will reach here, all of you will stand. So first of all, I've already told you, when you are reading, what are the things you have to understand. First foremost thing is which person? Chief guest, third person. All of you, second person. All of you, second person. Chief guest, third person. So for both, only for first person future you will use shall. Second person and third person you have to use will when it is a future tense. But if it is a compulsory, it becomes opposite. First person will become will, second and third person will become shall. So now first of all you have understood the persons. Second point is, before understanding if it is a compulsory or if it is a future, you will see there are two clauses. As soon as the chief guest will reach here, what you have to do? All of you will stand. So there are two clauses and there are two wills, which is wrong. You have two wills. I told you only one will in one clause will come, and the second one is going to become simple present. So where simple present, where future, before seeing, let us see now if it is compulsory or just a future tense. As soon as the chief guest will reach here, all of you will stand. So it's compulsory. They're informing the students that mandatory, compulsory, you have to stand up when the chief guest will come. So compulsory. So immediately you understood will is not going to come because it's second and third person. Will is for future tense, shall is for compulsory. So shall is going to come. But when we are using shall, which is going to be present simple and which is going to be future? As soon as the chief guest comes, or as soon as the chief guest reaches, you will stand. He is approaching, you will all. There you are making a compulsory, you shall stand. Compulsory, you shall stand. So because here it is going to be a future tense, here it is going to be a simple present. And this is going to be the future form of word, but it is not used in a future tense, it is used in a compulsion stage. So today we have learnt a lot of things, students. We'll have many more for the next class. Till then, have a nice time. Thank you.